What's good?
We here again. Philly's Uncensored Sports Podcast. Y'all know how to do. We got to drop the watch us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook. Sixers just beat the Celtics. What was the score?
117-109.
Joel Embiid. That's all I can say. There's no more I can say. Joel Embiid had the team on his back tonight.
Yep.
He came through. Good game, good win for the Sixers. I like to see that. Personally, I like to see a little more. Actually, you know what? Tobias Harris came through down the stretch to make some big buckets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I really can't nitpick this game. You know what I mean? Everybody, they did they're supposed to do. The
rotation. One person
I didn't see
nitpick, though.
The rotation a little bit.
That's who I want to nitpick.
Listen, I mean, Cork Miles was back. He wanted to give him his minutes. I don't know if I'm happy with that rotation. I didn't see no Isaiah Joe. Maxey was a little off tonight. He was like 0 for 4, 0 for 5.
Yeah, he was 0 for 4.
Yeah. I mean,
he played
20 minutes. Yeah.
Tonight is really about Joel Embiid. He put the team on his back.
Can we bring Doc Rivers to the front of the aisle, please, to the front? Because we need to talk about Doc Rivers.
But we won, so how much can you really criticize it?
I'm criticizing because maybe we would have blown the game wide open because his rotation today he left a lot to be desired. I mean, playing Cork Miles that amount of minutes coming off an injury. First of all, just playing him period that amount of time was ridiculous. He is not an NBA star player. He played 20 minutes, gave us 7 points, 1 for 3 from 3-point line. But
you can't rip him because you're not going to rip Maxey, are you? Him and Maxey played the same amount of minutes.
But Maxey is different. Cork Miles was in there wasting time.
No, he was. So you ain't see when Cork Miles did a reverse dunk and got an and one?
I seen that, and it was nice. It was nice. I'm not going to take away from that dunk, but he's not an NBA player. And sooner or later, Doc Rivers is going to realize that hopefully it don't cost us anything.
I mean, I think Thibault was more of a disappointment tonight than Cork Miles was, in my opinion. Thibault was useless on the offensive end of the ball.
Was good.
His defense was. I don't think his defense was all that great tonight. But I tell you what, Boston is a hack squad. They some hacks. And then they crank up the ball. The ball Fayez kept pulling B like every other play. Didn't try and cry like he was getting hit.
I know. Look, when you plus minus. Cork Miles was a -9 when he was on the floor. When Thibault was on the floor, he was a +2. So I'm telling you, it was.
I guess
the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and hype up Cork Miles because I do think Joe. But the only thing I'm thinking is maybe with Joe, maybe he didn't want to put Joe in there because Boston was a tough physical team or whatever. But I still would have rather seen. Once you just start with these young boys, I want to see what they got.
Play the young boys. Get them that experience now. He didn't even get in the game.
I know.
I think it was about the game because Thibault usually don't get as many minutes as he got tonight. I was a little surprised about that because he's not really a great shooter. He was 0 for 3 tonight from 3.
I think the Sixers defense
he hits.
Tight,
he's a little.
Like in the fourth quarter, they kind of buckled. Boston looked like they got tired. The Sixers looked like they warmed down.
We looked good in the fourth quarter, and I will say that much. After Cork Miles got out the game and he got most of the starters back in, I think he had, instead of putting Maxey in, he was playing shape. That team, especially with Tobias playing off of Embiid, they look nice.
There's no way Marcus Smart should be shooting 52%.
Well, a lot of stuff was just
Marcus Smart really improved his game though. He made some tough shots.
52%.
He didn't. He took a lot inside.
I do have a couple takeaways to take from the game.
Right.
For one, Joel Embiid again is proven to be a closer.
Yep.
For two, say what you want, Ben Simmons hitting them foul shots this game. That's one of the main things we talked about. Not even toward the end, for the whole game, his shooting percentage wasn't bad, but he sealed the deal with ones in the end too. So
did you see that that nice pick and roll him and Embiid did at the end? Like it was a play. They ran it a couple of times before this year, but Ben had the ball almost as if he was going down low. Then B got positioned down low, and it was like a nice pick and roll play, and B just laid the ball up. That was a real.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I was talking about before. Like when it with certain people, and I'm gonna get my man. My man listens to every pod. My man Bobby. Bob like to give Brett so much. Like he wasn't a ripper of Brett. Like he still think Brett actually can coach. He just think that Brett got like a raw deal or something.
Oh my God.
But I mean, he's not ripping Doc and them. But this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You didn't see Brett doing things like this with the Sixers lineup. Like I didn't see him make these adjustments. You see these adjustments where Ben and B get moved in different spots and other stuff getting moved around. That's even like I get Danny Green some props too, because Danny Green did hit a couple clutch threes.
Yeah,
What? Hold on. Slow down with the Bennett. What is Ben? You keep throwing Ben in here.
Yeah,
Embiid is playing sensational. What do you mean, Ben?
Okay.
He's moving Bennett. Ben is averaging his career low this year. So
Okay.
what has he done to improve Ben's game?
He's moving Ben in different spots. Whereas though now, when Ben Simmons was being put up out top, like you said, nobody plays defense on him up there. So if you start sliding him around closer to the basket, putting him in that dunker's position, now you still have to occupy him with a player, and it leaves the shooters open. It's called chess, not checkers.
He was in a dunker's position with Brett. What do you?
No, he wasn't.
That's what Brett. Yes, he was.
No,
That's what Brett always talked about. Brett always talked about putting Ben in the dunker spot.
Brett talked about playing bully ball too, that he never did.
What is Ben is averaging a career low this year? He's averaging 12 points a game. So what has Doc done differently that you really see him?
I just told you what he did
Ben's
differently.
Game, but he ain't scoring more. So how
everything ain't scoring? You with the everything a person scoring this, that, and other. It ain't. You don't think that has nothing to do with Seth Curry and Danny Green getting open threes? You don't think that has nothing to do with anything? Ben Simmons get drawn attention. Then you don't know ball, like you say. You don't know ball.
Another thing that
it's called floor spacing.
I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch the end of the second half.
I don't know what game you watching.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of the second half, Doc took Embiid out the game, and it almost cost us.
So the team shot. Hold on, we didn't even shoot good threes. So we was 33% from three.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't how we won the game. Threes ain't how we won the game. We won the game from B and from Toby hitting mid-range J's and doing nice isolation post-up turnaround. That's how we won the game. Ain't nothing to do with the three. It ain't nothing to do with Ben passing to the open three. That's not how we won the game. We had one from Danny Green when the ball was swung all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
How many threes did we hit?
I don't. We shot terrible tonight from three.
How many threes did we hit?
Yeah. Who we had shit wing. But that's the whole. See, you're asking. You're talking about this game or the whole season, because the point that I'm making is I see him making changes like that. We had 3-point shot attempts, they just didn't hit them. We had open shot attempts that just didn't get hit. What I'm saying is, and when we had those same open attempts with Seth Curry, he was shooting a 62% clip because he was wide open shooting.
We had better shooters.
But
like last year, who's our best 3-point shooter last year? Toby?
Yeah,
he's
but
not that good.
Well, no, our best 3-point shooter was it actually was
not that good.
Actually, it was Shake. He was shooting like 40%.
Magic Johnson.
That's it. Now we got Danny, we got Toby, we got Seth.
What we had Toby last year?
Yeah, but now you can space him out a little more. And you got Isaiah Joe, you got Korkmaz, you got more people to space the floor. You had Korkmaz
last year. Isaiah Joe don't even get no burn like that.
You got more
naming
people
all
to
these
space
shooters
the floor
that
with.
you're naming all these shooters that don't even that it ain't the difference. Only difference is Seth.
Because I think you're ripping Brett. Listen, I understand Brett wasn't a good coach, but you're ripping him.
I am.
And for the wrong thing.
No,
I don't see Doc.
Brett was a garbage.
It's not.
I don't see Doc doing anything different because you're trying to say how much good he's dealing with Ben. He's not doing nothing different with Ben. Ben's having his worst year. He's having his worst year.
It is different. The difference is you don't have to have Embiid.
So his turnovers is up.
The difference is you don't have to have Embiid at the 3 or in the box. Doc does more of Embiid in the mid-range. This team is playing better because they have better spacing and understanding how to work the ball around and find open people.
I think they're playing better because Joel Embiid's having a great year.
First of all, last year
because Doc knows how to space the floor. And
Al Horford was on a team we had zero spacing last year with this team. It's a whole different.
Al, Embiid, and Ben was terrible on the floor together.
Yeah, look, Magic Johnson.
See, you keep saying that, but they say that Embiid and Ben was one of the better combinations together on the floor.
Y'all mind if
statistically
I jump in for a second? Because y'all having a one-on-one.
Hold on, let me think. Let me think about that.
All right, so Magic Johnson right now said that the top 5 MVP candidates is LeBron, Joel, Kevin Durant, Jokic, and Jalen Brown.
Kevin Durant.
Who said that?
Kevin Durant is balling this year.
Who gave that list?
Magic.
He didn't play that much.
I could care less what Magic Johnson say. Magic Johnson don't know talent. He know how to play. He don't know talent though.
I wouldn't go that far. That's a stretch. That's just hate right now. Yo, I'm mad at boy Isaiah Joe ain't getting no burn today. He should have been in the game. He's clutch. He's a young boy. Let him sit there. And his defense is pretty solid. He played really good D.
I wouldn't say really good, but
I'm disappointed with
this year. NBA is a little weird to me because all this COVID stuff with these missing players, man. You know, like they ain't have Tatum tonight, but you got to play with who's on the floor. So it's just gonna be a weird year. Like what's the name just came back too? This is second game. Kemba Walker, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Balling. Yes, but Boston is waxed though. They foul a lot.
I mean, ain't this Shake Milton's second game back, or this is third?
You Shake?
Yeah,
that might be his third game back. No, that might be a second because they went in the protocol right after that.
Yeah,
it would have been.
Hey, it was something else I wanted to say about around the NBA, it's real funny. The super team lost to Cleveland tonight, didn't they?
So you gonna really count?
Yep, I'm gonna talk about because guess what?
That first game,
about, it's funny this year how people
that first game together, you really gonna count? You gonna really go into that?
That's how. Everybody
want to hype up when they won their first game together?
This shows you how desperate Bulls are to try to get their point across when they win their first game. And Kyrie had 37
because Kyrie came in hogging the ball, like we said.
Had 38. And Harden had 21 in their first game together, playing as all three. He's going to rip them
and double overtime. It took double overtime to put up.
When Colin Sexton went crazy with 42,
who was sticking him? Was it Kyrie Irving?
That trade actually helped him because the boy Jared Allen contributed huge in there with blocks, rebounds, points. He had a good game.
I would love to have him as a backup.
Me too.
Who?
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
The Fro.
Oh! You mean the guy that didn't really matter that got thrown in on the James Harden deal?
Who said he didn't matter? That's what I'm talking. Who said he didn't matter?
You did.
You said he didn't matter.
You did. When I'm sitting there and I'm trying to talk
I'm not gonna say he was the one being beat up when we.
No, you said it don't matter.
Harden.
You said it don't matter that they traded him because they got Harden. It don't matter.
Listen, y'all dudes kill me. Y'all one game, y'all want to go, oh my God, they lost. Relax.
The one game when they won the first game, you all over there. The Nets gonna be a problem. The Nets gonna be a problem.
Like Aaron Rodgers said,
we number one in the East. We number one in the East.
We still got a Ben Simmons.
No, we not.
Yes, we are. Boston was number one, and we beat them tonight.
Now we tied up top of the East.
We top dogs.
So we play Boston again too. Don't we? Went Friday.
We play on Friday. Boston here. They'll be in Philly for 2 days, and then they come back.
I think Tatum will be back too by then.
It works. Good.
So I'm encouraged.
They still ain't finding nobody that's going to do them with Embiid.
So besides Embiid, do anybody else get a game ball?
No.
I mean, I think Tobias down the stretch though, he was balling, because at first
he did, and Danny Green actually hit a big three down the stretch too.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stop messing have him as the whipping boy. Danny Green been balling the last few games. I gotta give him his respect.
Don't do that, because as soon as you do that, then he's gonna start shooting bricks again.
That's true, but it's just the boy Quirk Miles. Now he in the game. That's frustrating watching him play. Seeing him get that valuable minutes away from Isaiah Joe, man, that's just.
I mean, listen, I like Isaiah Joe's shooting too, but I'm not ready to just be because he don't get. I do wish he would have got some burn, but I mean, it ain't like we saw. What was his percentages in the games that he played? I know his first game, his percentages wasn't that great.
Speaking around the NBA, I don't think Orlando won a game
ever since Fultz went out.
Yeah.
But Fournier been out too, though, right? Or is he back there?
Yeah, him Fournier. Yeah, man, they went from the top to the bottom of the division.
They did.
They might be.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe shooting 30. What he's shooting 37% from the floor.
let me ask y'all something. Do you think we maxed out with Dybul? Do you think we're gonna get anything else outside of just
He
him?
regressed.
I was
He regressed.
telling y'all this before. I'd never seen him as that he had offensive prowess. His D was really good. He plays D. He needs to really all he needs to do really is work on his 3 shot. He needs to come like a Rocco.
Or
He
like
can become like a
Bruce Bowen,
like a Covington, Bruce Bowen. That's how he make his niche in the league.
Yeah, he might just be like a 3-and-D guy. Just really, that's it.
No, but I'm saying he regret. Thibault shot 42% field goal percentage last year. This year he's shooting 35.
Field goal to 3. He shot 42% field goal.
Field goal, yes.
But keep in mind, when he came in this year, he was coming off an ankle injury. So he had no really practice time or anything. But I don't see any growth for developing this game. To be honest with y'all.
But he's not this. To me, when I look at him, and when he runs out up and down the court, he's not a highly athletic, or he don't even attack the basket that coordinated to me.
Right.
You know
what I mean? That's what I think. Huh?
He has no coordination whatsoever.
It looked
that's
like
what I seen.
Last season. It looked like it was flashes of it. Like remember, it was like a couple times like he go on the baseline, he pump fake, and then he drive and got like dunk finishes and stuff. But it's like I don't see none of that now.
All right,
It's a long season. What we only 15 games
like Tim said, he coming off the injury. Maybe he's still working his way back.
I want to dog Ben, but Ben has no offensive moves toward the basket, which is why he had two. He had two.
Ephraim said, "Here he comes."
He had either 2 or 3 offensive fouls today.
Yeah,
and which hurt him because he was playing. He couldn't even play in the fourth quarter like that. Until the end, he has to get better. So,
I can't stand Boston. I hate how Boston plays. It's like it's like the bull Smart. Like they sit up there, they do all that hacking and everything else, and then they want to flop and cry for calls all the time. Like that's so irritating to me, man. Like they got like a team full of Kyle Lowrys.
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes left. You want to give Ephraim the whole 2 minutes we got left?
Yeah.
It's going to take him 2 minutes to clear his throat.
I know, right?
Yeah. I'll stay on here with you, Ephraim. Tell us what you seen, what you see from what you take from the game, Ephraim.
All right, hold on. Let me plug my mic up because I want y'all to hear me real clear with this.
You got 3 minutes.
All right.
Here, Tim go cutting people off again.
Tim love cutting that time. That's why nobody in the comment section be banging with you like that because you're already doing some corny stuff.
All right, that's what it is. They usually talk about those 2 balls in the bottom, which is usually you and your brother. But yeah, I need Doc Rivers to.
Go ahead.
I still want. I mean, listen, it was a good win. I still want to see if we can maybe Toby. Hello? I mean, Toby played good.
You talking about
Toby played good. I guess he's the one we really have to rely on to give Embiid to be his Robin. Do y'all see Toby as a Robin on the team?
He's gonna have to be.
I think Toby or Seth. But I mean, we still talking like Seth. Seth wasn't balling out before he went out with the COVID protocol. So that's all I'm saying is we got a whole nother player that's average. What was he averaging? Like 18 points, something like that. I don't know.
And my man Shake played well today too. You gotta give him his props. He actually hit some key 3-pointers and got some N1s.
He played good. I watching the game. Was it Boston kind of tying him up a little bit with they D? I thought I expected a little more from
short guy, number 11. That's what I'm saying. Them hacks, like he all up underneath of them, chopping at him and pulling at him.
Listen, I mean,
if the refs don't call it don't matter.
Defense. I like seeing aggressive D, and we know that's what Boston's going to bring, especially when Marcus Smart is out there on that floor.
Yeah, Marcus Smart he's a difference maker. He
gets them guys involved.
We need somebody like him on our squad.
Yeah, Seth Curry was averaging 17 points a game before he went out.
I agree. That's what I was saying. We need like a him. Like a Danny Green, like a guy to get the team hyped to play D.
Yeah.
I told y'all the boy
like Ben Simmons.
I told y'all Seth was the second best player on our team. I think I've been saying
Tobias is. It ain't Ben no more.
So Ben.
Are you going with Tobias, Wayne? Wayne, hold on, Wayne.
Tobias. I'm going with Toby.
Ben is out your top 2? Ben is out your second best player on the team?
He might be out my top 3 now.
Listen, this is all coming full circle. And they all come to fruition.
because me and Ethan have been yelling this for a long time. And let me make this clear. My name is not the bottom dude on the right or the left.
Yeah, yes, it is.
My name is Mr. Right because I'm always right. So when y'all comment me in the section, call me Mr. Right. Call me Mr. Right because I'm right all the time. I was right about your man Ben. Now you saying,
and you was wrong about my man Toby. So now shut up about that. Now what?
And his name is Mr. Loud.
That was different though.
What? That was different.
That was different.
And guess what? And Ethan is Mr. Wrong 95% of the time. Ask him what happened to the Nets tonight. Ask him what the Nets bench scored, the 10 points in 2 overtimes. Like I said,
lost in double
no
overtime.
depth. No.
They had like 50
me and Wayne talked about that too. See, once again, I was right.
This is what I'm talking about. And I said it already. Everybody, this is what y'all want. Let's lose one game, y'all lose. I told y'all.
Yes.
Wasn't he hyped when they won one? Wasn't he hyped when they won one?
Yes, he
I
was.
told y'all, the Nets is going to be a problem.
They are. They are.
Hit y'all with the Nah, boy.
They lose one game and everybody come out the woodwork.
And it's funny, they lost a one game.
Y'all like roaches. As soon as the lights come on, as soon as it get dark, it's dark in the Nets, y'all out the woodwork.
Hold on. So Kyrie played and they still lost?
Kyrie let him in
like
score.
38.
Yeah, but he gave up like 42 to Sexton.
Sexton went crazy. And he hit a 3 at the end to tie the game at double overtime.
That's what I'm saying. They don't even got no shutdown defender. You got 3 Bulls who score. Everybody, see, this is another thing real quick. And I hate to act like I'm hating on KD because I think KD is the 3rd best player in the league. But however, my thing is everybody was hyped like KD all of a sudden had this defensive resurgence. Like, yeah, he's a defensive bull. This, that. KD was defensive because the team he was playing with, Golden State, allowed him to be defensive because they were a defensive-minded team. They had one of the best defensive players in the league on the team, and Draymond. I don't care what nobody say. Draymond a horse. Then you got
they
Clay.
Lost one game.
Listen, calm down. But I'm projecting, just like you say with Ben. Just like you say with Ben, you're projecting what's going to happen. I'm projecting right now what is the fate of the Nets. They're still going to be a good team. Don't get me wrong. If they go on a 5-game, 6-game winning streak, I'm not going to be shocked. Right. But all I'm saying is I'm not crowning them like you and a lot of other people have put the proverbial crown on their head and saying they're going to do this, that, and the third. I'm not crowning them yet. I'm not.
They are.
See, there you go. Now when they lose, this is what you're going to hear from me and Wayne because you done crowned them.
That's not.
If you want to crown them, then crown them. But they are who me and Wayne said they are.
See, like I said, the point that I was making,
we ain't letting you off the hook
when we was talking all that. Trade.
Remember we lost to Cleveland? Didn't we lose to
Cleveland?
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, when we ain't having Embiid, we didn't have all 3 of the top 5 players in the league.
We had the second best player on the team. Remember?
Yup, but we didn't have the best. They had all 3 of the best.
They did.
The dudes that were supposed to make them unbeatable, and they lost to Cleveland without Tristan Thompson.
Y'all prisoners of the moment. One loss.
They lost to Cleveland. It was Cleveland. They lost to
yeah, Cleveland.
We lost to Cleveland.
Better and better.
Don't act like
that's what I keep saying, Tim.
We ain't have.
They keep forgetting.
We lost to Cleveland because Embiid ain't play. Yup.
Hold on. Let me say this.
And we lost to the. We lost to the Nets with Joel Embiid, without Harden and all that. And y'all,
hold on. Let me say this.
Relax.
Let me say this. For one,
we lost because they gave the best players that they gave away. That was their defensive players.
I was about to
Jared Allen.
I was about to say that too.
And Jarris LeVert.
If they had Jared Allen and LeVert, Jared Allen. When I was telling you Jared Allen was playing B, you're Jared Allen garbage. He worked him in the playoffs. Now all of a sudden he the savior.
Hold up, but Ethan,
he better than who they got.
But Ethan, you can't say that we lost to Cleveland. They lost to Cleveland like it's equal because you're telling us that they're better than us. So is Cleveland better than both the Sixers and the Nets now? And keep in mind, we lost to Cleveland. They had all their 3 best players.
They first time playing together, so.
They really just this is their very first game. Kyrie is
exactly the first time playing together.
Sabbatical.
Kyrie is a team killer. And
Kyrie's about to disappear again. Like they're going to blame it on me because we lost somehow.
And on top of that, KD can only fit in with Golden State because the way Steph Curry plays. Harden don't play like Steph. Kyrie don't play like Steph. He's different.
OKC was garbage when he played over there?
They wasn't championship material.
They was garbage.
Did they win a championship with KD?
I'm asking you, what you saying he can only fit in like that he can only fit in with Golden State. He can fit in anywhere. They can still win.
Everywhere he goes, he wins.
I'm talking about to get you to that. Anybody can fit in anywhere and ball. I'm talking about to get you to the next level.
They went to
That's
the
what I'm
chip. They
talking
just
about.
lost to LeBron.
They went to the finals.
Just like Steph did.
Well, that's one of the funny things
That's
about
because
this season,
Steph
though.
ain't rise his head yet.
Because even like the Sixers get to play Boston again next, the Nets get to play Cleveland again next. Nets probably gonna come out and smoke them. If the Nets don't come out and smoke them the next game, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna have a lot to say about
I'm
that.
gonna be back on here with a podcast, not for the Sixers, but for the Nets.
Y'all
It's
got
gonna
any
be a
final
whole
thoughts?
show dedicated to why they lost again.
Ephraim, you got any final thoughts before we roll out this piece?
They lost because they bench only scored 10 points in 2 overtimes.
No, my final thoughts is I'm glad it was a good win against Boston. I didn't get to see the whole game because I had other obligations, but it was a good win. I'm happy. I'm happy that we won. I'm looking at the stats. I mean, I got to watch the fourth quarter. He went off, and he continued to go off in the fourth quarter. But I think when I tuned in, he had like 32 or something, and then ended up with 42. So he was beasting. He did his thing. I mean, Ben is still who Ben is. I mean,
we got to find us a closer, man. If only we could find a closer.
we won even without Seth. So I'm convinced when we get Seth back, we got B doing his thing, closing the game nice. We got Seth coming back soon, and it's really gonna be popping. I'm not scared of the Nets like Ethan. Ethan's scared. I'm not scared.
You want him, Ethan? Get the dog.
Now, what I didn't like is how many minutes did my young bull Maxey get?
20.
He had 20 minutes. He went 0 for 4.
Who minutes was Thibault taking? The young bull, the new dude, Joe Isaiah Joe.
No, I think
not
he might have
Thibault.
been.
Korkmaz is the one that took.
He took
Isaiah Joe.
Yes, Isaiah go and get no clip, no tick. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I don't like it at all either.
What Korkmaz do? Nothing.
He went 2 for 5, 7 points. Korkmaz had a reverse dunk and one, a 180 dunk and one joint.
1 for 3 from the 3.
He was really grabbing the rim for his life.
He didn't do. No, he didn't. You can't listen. I'm not hyping that. I'm not hyping what he did, but don't act like that play wasn't. Don't act like that joint wasn't.
He bumped him up. He's so light. He just fell into the room. I mean, that's what really happened. But listen, we'll be back after Friday's game. We'll know whether or not this was a fluke win against Boston or we can beat Boston now because last year they swept us. So we'll see if it's a new beginning.
Hey, what? You talking about in the playoffs?
Yeah.
You talking about in the playoffs? Okay.
Yeah.
Where it counts. Yeah, in the playoffs.
Yeah, when Ben wasn't playing. Yeah, when Ben wasn't.
Yeah, where it counts. I don't care who was there. You play with who's there, right? I don't care.
Everybody, please tell us what you think. Please leave a comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit.
Well, you're only as good as your last game, and they got spanked.
And we will
like the
see
Nets.
you tomorrow. We'll see you Friday. We out.